Hey, what's up? Today I want to talk about a woman. I want to tell her story as best I can, which won't be very good because I don't know a lot about her. Her name is Crystal Metheny. Straight away in life, she was dealt a bad hand, basically just because her parents came up with a horrible name for her. That's right. Her parents, knowing that their last name was Metheny, named their daughter Crystal. Or wait, maybe Crystal did it to herself. Maybe she married a man with the last name Metheny. I didn't think about that. But let's assume she's not married and this was from birth done to her. I don't know why you would name your child Crystal with a last name like Metheny. You basically named your kid Crystal Meth. And against all odds, Crystal Metheny was never arrested for smoking meth. I mean, she was arrested, but not for meth, which I think, all things considered, is pretty good. A woman who lives in Florida named Crystal Metheny. Come on. Florida, come on. What are you doing to yourselves? Yeah, this is her right here. Crystal Metheny. Not a meth head. Surprising. Well, wasn't arrested for meth. A woman named Crystal Metheny was arrested last month in Polk County for firing a missile into an occupied vehicle. According to public records from the Polk County Sheriff's Office, Metheny, 36, was released the next day after posting a $5,000 bond. This is not Metheny's first brush with the law. Records show that back in February 2012, Metheny was arrested on a marijuana possession charge. Oh no, Metheny! Crystal meth is slang for the illicit drug methamphetamine. The earliest known use of the slang term was back in 1984, 7 years after Metheny was born. Oh, shoot. It's all starting to make sense now why her name is Crystal Metheny and why this was overlooked. Because crystal meth wasn't really the name of the drug back then. Oh, man. Just narrowly missed that. I'm starting to understand the saga of Crystal Metheny. I'm starting to really get into her head. It's a real method acting I've been doing lately. But the part I haven't even addressed yet about this story is, holy shit, she shot a missile in a car? That is, wow. Maybe she does smoke meth. I don't know. Here's the thing. I was doing a little bit of research on this, and Florida law says that the law of shooting a missile at an object or into a car or something is, it's a little bit of a broad term. I pictured her sitting there with like an RPG shooting it into a car, like a rocket launcher at a car, but that's not what this is. It says anything from like throwing a rock at a car or shooting a gun or throwing any hard object that could hurt someone at a car or a house or whatever it is, it's considered shooting a missile. Under Florida state law, shooting or throwing a deadly missile is when one who wantonly or maliciously shoots at, with, or into, or throws any missile, or hurls or projects a stone or other hard substance which would produce death or great bodily harm at, within, or in any public or private building. And it goes on probably to say what other things could be considered that. Doesn't really make sense to me, but you know what? Fuck that shit. No. This girl got down on one knee, propped that RPG up on her shoulder, shot it at the car, went through one window, out the other. Luckily, nobody was hurt, and she made bail. And that's the story I'm sticking to. Crystal Metheny. What a poor soul. Crystal meth wasn't even a thing when she was born. Or maybe it was, but it wasn't called meth then. Damn. That poor little 7-year-old did not know that she would have a whole world of memes after her name. Actually, there weren't that many memes. I tried to find a bunch of Crystal Metheny memes. The only one I found was this, you may call her Stephanie, I call her Crystal Metheny. And that was the only one I could find. You know, I don't know why Crystal shot that RPG at that car, but you know what? I like to think that she had a good reason, and she's had a hard life because of her name. You can tell that's what happened. This poor woman was set up for failure from the beginning. Just could not succeed. The fact that she doesn't smoke meth and has only been arrested a couple times, that is actually a triumph for her. That is a happy ending. If she only stuck to the marijuana and shot one RPG at a car, then fine. She has succeeded because her name is basically Crystal Meth. Crystal Metheny. Crime, assault. Bond, $500. So she went back to jail for assault also. Oh, Crystal Metheny. When will you learn? You don't need to go to a life of crime just because your name is associated with a horrible drug. Crystal Metheny. Probation violation? Come on, Crystal. I'm rooting for you here. But you know what? I still don't see any meth charges there. As long as she doesn't dive into a world of meth, she's actually doing pretty good in life. And you know, I don't have much more, but I did find another person with a crystal meth name. This is a woman named Crystal Metheny. Police say a search of the car turned up drug paraphernalia and a substance that field tested positive for crystal meth. Oh no, Crystal Metheny could not dodge the meth that was destined to be a part of her life. Poor Crystal Metheny. And Douglas Nickerson. Douglas Nickerson has no excuse to be doing meth, okay? Douglas Nickerson. You should be like on Wall Street, working the stock market or something. What's your excuse, okay? Crystal Metheny. And it was probably the same thing for her. She was probably born just before crystal meth became a really big thing. You know, once Breaking Bad came out, nobody was named Crystal anymore. Unless they were huge fans of the show Breaking Bad and they wanted to name their kid after Breaking Bad. Of course, though, just by Florida's bad luck, there's two people in this world basically named Crystal Meth and they both live in Florida. Can Florida get a break here? I mean, let's just go into some more Florida stories because that seems where this video's going. So let's see here. What do we got? Florida man arrested for calling 911 after his cat was denied entry into a strip club. I know the obvious joke here, but I'm not even going to say it. Aww. That blank just wanted to get some blank. I'll let you fill in the blanks on that one, okay? You can fill that sentence in with whatever you want in the comments down below. Deputies, Florida man high on flakka tries to break into jail to visit friends. Aw, but he's just a good friend. You know it's a good friend when he gets really high on a really bad drug, but the first thing going through his mind is, I just want to hang out with my buddies. I just want to be with my friends. This guy tried to break into jail. Could you imagine if that was successful? He broke into jail, hung out with his friends, broke back out again, or just stayed in jail. Florida man dies in meth lab explosion after lighting farts on fire. Okay, yeah, that guy definitely looks like he's doing some drugs. A 37-year-old man is dead after his trailer home was destroyed in a meth lab explosion caused by him lighting up Blue Angels to amuse his wife. How do they know that's what caused the explosion? I guess his wife survived? It kind of makes me sad now. Like, okay, he had a meth lab, it exploded, he was doing meth, like, okay, you should not be lighting your farts near explosive chemicals, but he was just trying to make his lady laugh. I kind of feel bad for him now because he was just trying to entertain his lady folk, and in doing that, he blew up his house and himself. That's crazy. Although you should know not to light your farts on fire near those explosive chemicals, but hey, when you're on meth, everything seems like a good idea, right? Hardware store discards 15 feet of carpet after Florida man rolls himself up in it and pees. It's a porta potty, right? Florida man on drugs kills imaginary friend and turns himself in. Oh, shit. Till you find out that friend wasn't imaginary. Just because there's no body doesn't mean the friend was imaginary. He looks so sad, too. Like, oh, man, I love Mr. Sparkles. He was with me since I was 7. I don't know, man. If you want to know how to tell if someone's on meth, well, if they look like this, then they're probably on meth. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's methamphetamine. This girl was clearly hanging out outside Walmart and then decided to put on her shopping cart dress and go out on the town. She's probably stuck in there. Just woke up stuck in a shopping cart. Someone get the jaws of life. Randy Zipperer allegedly stabs brother after macaroni and cheese goes missing. Oh boy. Yeah, he looks like a guy that would stab someone over some mac and cheese. Looks like this guy wasn't using his noodle. Come on. I'm supposed to be making the jokes here. Randy Zipperer, 49, is accused of stabbing his younger brother following an argument about missing macaroni and cheese. Well, at least it was about something serious. A witness told deputies in Volusia County, Florida, that Randy, his brother, 47-year-old Edward Zipperer, started arguing over Randy's missing macaroni and cheese. The Daytona Beach News Journal reported his younger brother helped him look, and during the hunt, Edward knocked over a beer Randy had been drinking. Party foul. The spill allegedly made Randy even angrier, and deputies say he began waving around a knife that wound up inserted in his brother's stomach. When deputies arrived, Edward had a small puncture wound in his abdomen. Investigators noted a trail of blood between the kitchen and bedroom, according to Click Orlando. Randy allegedly admitted that, I poked him a little with the knife, but I didn't mean to. Also known as stabbing someone. I poked him a little with the knife, and then he died. Poking someone with a knife is called stabbing someone. He has been charged with aggravated battery and obstructing an officer without violence. But did they find the mac and cheese? Where's the conclusion to the story? Is the mac and cheese okay? How much beer was left in Randy's beer when it spilt? Was it still enough to get him drunk? Jeez. All he did was poke someone a little bit with a knife. I just poked him 6 or 7 times in the chest with a knife, just a little bit. It doesn't work that way, Randy. You poke someone with a knife, you stab them. That's what it is. It might have been an accident, but you still stabbed him. Was the mac and cheese okay? I need to know. It's pissing me off. And I just want to leave this video on a good note saying that meth is bad. Don't do meth. Even if your name is Crystal Meth, don't do meth. You don't need to go down that road. It's a crazy drug and nothing good is going to come of it. So, don't do drugs. Alright, that's about it. So, thanks for watching the video. And Crystal Metheny, wherever you may be, I hope you're doing well in life right now. I wish you well.